Boom, made it. Yeah, great timing this morning. It's 2024, it's the Raw. It's the 2nd of April. And I turned 55 in 5 more days. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9th anyway. Not far away, so I'm calling it 55 now. Close enough, might survive. So I've made it. So ever since I got my 12-pointer 3 years ago, I haven't really gone hard. I sort of feels like I'm over it. So I'm not hunting those areas. I'm going to a complete different place now. And I'm really excited. So I'm going to try and do the best I've done is 4 stags in one day. That's the best I've done hunting. And yeah, so that's the best. 4 stags in one day. So got to try and get a 14-pointer or more than 4 stags in one day. But anyway, I've only got 10 bullets. So see what happens. Woohoo! So I got here on the old girl. Boomed it up. She is just a $300 model. And of course, I've had to bring my I've had to bring the old 303. Bugger it all. My 30-30 just sights fell off. And the iron sights, I just love hunting iron sights, and the 30-30 is all I use out here in the bush. So now I've got my scope, so I've got some long shooting I can do now. She's a long shot. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's all I'm using. Good old 303. Boom. And sometimes when the track says it's closed, it's closed. This is hard work. Almost there. Just following the possums. Bad idea. I need to follow the deer or the humans. Right. That's a major obstacle out of the way. Yeah, so when I hit this at night, boy, that was hard work. Real scary because you can't see behind the bushes and oh, very dangerous. Almost there. Oh yeah. Made it. Happy as. A little bit of difficulty getting around the slip, but when I done it last time at night, it was a mission, so I had to go up, right up and high. But tomorrow I'm going to go down through the river. Anyway, this is the hut, Nikau hut. Lovely little hut. Beautiful. So this is what I brought for how long I'm going to be here tonight. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm going to be home Saturday, so 3 nights. I got some nuts. And I brought way heaps of smoked fish. Alright, so these, it's a Kawai snapper, smoked. Caught them yesterday. Muesli, this is actually all I need. This packet of muesli is all I'll need for 3 days. Just to keep me alive. I've got 4 hard-boiled eggs. And this is my birthday treats. Ta-da! Some nectarines and my homemade specialized rock cakes. Now these are a little bit different to my original rock cakes. This is Birchie Pure 70% chocolate, right? And it's just all fruit and nuts. It's virtually a cranberry mix crushed up, and a lot more cranberries and oats and chocolate. That's it, and just pushed all together. And beautiful. And my ciggies, I get to have a coffee in my ciggies, so that's all I'm taking. So I caught those fish yesterday, and I smoked them yesterday. Put them out of the smokehouse last night, and yeah. And I don't think I'll see anybody out here. Everybody else, it's quite hard to get through that bit if you don't know where you're going. And to be honest, it's not far off the track. It's awesome, no people. How happy. So I might go for a hunt. After a coffee or something, I might go up the top and have a look up in here. Have a bit of a play. There's a nice big gully on the other side here, so I might zip around and have a look. And see what happens. It's coffee time! And the ciggy. Well, the very first thing I do, every hut I go, probably the most greatest thing ever since I was a child was to be able to read the huts, the things that people done in the books. And I remember my first deer trips, you were I was reading these guys. They were back in the 1960 before I was actually born. You're reading their stories. It was so cool. I was 12 years old, and wow, they used to see 100 deer and shoot 50, and the horse, all sorts of super cool stories, all the way down to helicopters crashing, to everything. You learned so much. And now Doc and their great wisdom take every book away every year. They throw them away. All that history, which is virtually our history. So they're eliminating our history, which now they call it a intentions. What's your intentions? Okay, completely opposite to what this is supposed to be. It's survival out here, in a way. It's real, gets us back to nature. We all learn from each other. We all leave signs, like in the intentions book. It's to be about discovery of what we've done, what the other people are seeing, what's happening, the dangers that are around the corner. There's something that's missing. They take these books away every year when they're not even filled out. Every year. You don't see any history. You don't know who's lost what, what's going on, who's who. There's no stories being told anymore. There's no stories being told anymore about our history. Wow. Thank you, Doc. It's nice. I'm just finished a coffee, reading the mag. So glad there's a mag here. Candle going. Lovely. And this is just a beautiful size home. These huts are absolutely perfect. That's all I want. That's it. And a beautiful big fireplace. Yeah. Well, beautiful morning this morning. It's bloody raining. So it's really put a damper on my mission. I was going to sleep out tonight. So I'm going to try and make it to another spot. There's a bit of a shelter there. So it's really put a big damper on it. There's not supposed to be any rain till Friday. There's a lot of rain maybe on Friday. So today's Wednesday. So hopefully it burns off. It's only this morning. But yeah, had an awesome sleep. Had a deer out here early this morning. Probably he was about there. Right. It was a nice hind. And yeah, I'm not interested in shooting animals around the hut. They're sort of like pets, and I don't believe any rifles should be shot around their huts, sort of thing, especially at night. But yeah, I won't shoot them, just leave them. They're cool. But anyway, so I'm on a mission now, guys. Let's go and see how far up we go towards Karaparu. Oh, not Karaparu, sorry, Kuranga Forks. Gonna head right up there, and then I'm gonna drop in virtually over the other side here. Kuranga Forks is way, way up, and I'm gonna go up and head back in and then come back this way. I've got another little spot up there I can stay at. It's cool. It's cool. Oh, fuck, a long time. 5 hours maybe on the foot. So I took a different shortcut. I just thought I'd just try a shortcut. I looked at the GPS and just looked at a couple of different ridges, and yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was good. And yeah, so here I am. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a real hunter's hut. It was named by a man called Tony, and he built it a long time ago before he fell out of a helicopter and broke his legs, blah blah blah, got paralyzed. But this is what you call a genuine real hunter's hut. Okay, I've done a bit of work to it to fix it up. Had to help put another little cooker in just at the sides. It's got a good flue. It's pretty hard to see in here maybe. And so I built these bunks a couple of years ago. Look at the torch. And when I was in here 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago or something, for a few of us, and make a bit more room. Yeah, and it's got everything in here, guys. So you come in here and there's nearly food for a week in a way in these buckets. Okay, dried food, there's oats, just about everything you need to survive. And these were the hunters' huts. This is what's so important to have out here. I mean, if I didn't find the hut, and it's so cold right now, I'd be having the most miserable time. God, it'd be terrible. But it's so wet, it hasn't stopped raining all morning. And what I hate about scopes, oh my God. So I pulled up the old long shot. Yeah, the long shot. I pulled up the long shot. Have a look. And I thought I saw an animal over on the side of the, I don't know, a bit of an old slip. Pulled it up, and all I saw was just fucking blur. Water and a bit of, you know. And I carried it down. I tried to keep it as clean and perfect as possible, but still got on it, just held it. So I used to hunt years ago, and I put a, I learned it off a man called Ian Miller, and you put an inner tube, bicycle inner tube, cut it so you can put it over your scope when it's raining. It keeps it dry, and then just flick it off when you need it. And yeah, because I shoot open sights, that's why I hate scopes in the bush. Fuck, I hate them. That's it. I'm back out the door for that girl. You know, take them off, open sights any day of the week. For in the bush, any day. For me, especially. And I can shoot animals on the run too. In the scope, I lose them. I've got to have two eyes open. And it's pretty bloody hard, but open sights, yeah, I'll knock them over on the run pretty easy. You don't miss. But anyway. Oh, John Yearby, he was here. 2006 from Hapariki. It's trapping. It's a great hut, really is. And it's, you know, you're always going to be warm and food in here. Simple, fire, and no disturbance. Anyway, so that's me. I'm just going to sit here and just listen for roars, hopefully. I'm really cold, so I'll wait till this afternoon. I'll go out for another hunt this afternoon, but I'm way up. I'm a long way from the car. It's a good day. Half a day with an empty pack, I can boot it out of here in half a day. Okay, I can get out half a day pretty easy. Okay, if I leave at Sparrowfart, I'll be back at the car by 2 o'clock. So for me to carry meat all the way out, it's a heavy job. So my plan now, this has disturbed my hunt big time, this rain. No, nothing's roaring. I'll come up here looking for a good head, hopefully. I saw one up here, 8 years ago. And I never told anyone. And it was the biggest branchiest animal I have ever seen. I've never seen anything like it. I thought it had I thought it had timber, like actually a branch stuck to its head. It was sitting down and got up. I actually thought it was a branch from old whitey wood or something. Fuck, it was his head. It was just very, very, it wasn't big, long or anything. It was just incredibly branches, like his tines were bigger than his, it was huge. So I never told anybody about him. And I believe, you know, obviously he would have got his end away, hopefully with a couple of girls. Hopefully he was strong enough. And we've got some good animals, good heads out here again. And yeah, so I cull out everything I can, any shit, if I see one. So I'll just get rid of everything. Hinds, I'll shoot them, everything. You know, it actually goes against my grain big time. It's just shooting an animal and just taking the head or the steaks, right? But it does disturb me. But they're such a pest. They do so much damage, and that's it. You know, it's a real catch-22. I used to carry all my meat out. I still do, obviously, but you know, it's a hard thing. I think my hunting would be a lot different if the deer were native to the country. You'll find I'd take every single piece out. That's all, okay? Because they're such a damning pest, they do such damage, and our hunters we're not getting enough of them down. I just cull. It's as simple as that. And it goes against my grain. It's the same as possuming, you know. It's something I really enjoy doing, but it sort of does go against my natural system in a way. I guess that's where schizophrenic come from. You know, you love the animals and you really look after them, and you fucking bludgeon them to death. You know, you kill them. But like everything, you know, I kill as quick as I can, as fast as I can, put the animal as misery as I can. I have a virtually silent prayer for them. I don't touch them with a knife until the spirit's gone, until they've actually completely, all the nerves are gone and the spirit's left the body. And you know that when all the nerves are finished, there's no movement left. And then I'll cut the animal up. I've learnt that while I was cutting up animals, and they're virtually still alive in a way. To understand that, they're still quivering and stuff. To me, they're still alive. So that's how I see it. But anyway, so no, nothing roaring. Just that one that was across from the hut this morning, last night. There's one just having not a roar, just having a little bit of a moo. So I went up and had a look at him. Had a look where he was living, and found probably one of his old antlers. There's only a tiny little 3. But tiny little thing. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Yes. So I think what I'll do is I'll hunt around here tonight, have a good listen, see what's happening. Tomorrow I'll have a big hunt. Halfway back down, there's a lot of ground, big canyons that I know of, big flats that I'm going to go over to have a look at. And where a huge pig lives as well. So he used to be there. And I'll have a look up there, see if everything's mooing up there. And I'll go all the way back closer to the car, and I'll see if I can whip up some meat to take home for a barbie for my birthday. Because, yeah, as I know it's going to rain on Friday, and it's Wednesday and it's raining, so hopefully if it gets cold tonight, hopefully we get a cold snap, they'll have a moo tomorrow. But it's not even a groan, and I'm pretty high. Yeah. So anyway, the only time I've ever been lost, like seriously lost, not seriously lost, but got into a lot of trouble, was with the GPS, the first time I ever used one. And I got shown the directions to actually get to this hut with the GPS. So I followed the GPS. Me and a really good friend, amazing lady, Katia, incredible hunter. Like, I've never seen anybody like it. That's another story. Anyway, German girl, she's 26, fit as hell. Anyway, we got here, it's all good, lunchtime. So we decided to carry on, and I said, I love this GPS thing. It's showing me all the ground and where all the mountains and everything. It was wonderful. I've never had one, just always had a map. And and off I went, and off we go. And anyway, I kept following the arrows, and I was like, fuck, I've got time to go home. And my instinct says to drop back down this way, go. That's where the hut is. That's where our bags are. It's synchronised. I know. But this thing's telling me to go that way. So I was like, fuck, this thing knows, doesn't it? So off we went, followed this fucking arrow. I didn't understand what the arrow does type thing. Anyway, yeah, so we got back at the hut at 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. We had one head torch. That was the worst thing I've ever had or done. I had somebody with me. That was probably the biggest issue, really, in a safety way. Responsibility of somebody else that's with me. Yeah, because I followed this GPS, and yeah, scared the hell out of me. So anyway, now I know how to work them properly and how it works. So great, But I firmly believe that if you only just started out hunting, don't use it. Use a map. Compass and a map. You'll learn so much more about the terrain, where you've been, where you're going, just with a map. Because if you just rely on this and the batteries go, or you lose it, you're gone burger. Like, seriously, you're gone burger. And some people, I think they know that. So when you're using a map, you don't go out of you understand what's happening. You don't go out of your areas type thing. You only distance yourself. They've been coming home ever since day one using a map. These things, if something goes wrong, you lose it. Blah, 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 batteries. But yeah, just switch it on, throw it in your backpack, and it'll leave your trail where you've been, exactly where you've been. Brilliant. They are absolutely brilliant. But don't rely on them. Use your the bush, everything tells you where you can go. Everything's natural. It's natural roads, natural cliffs. You know, if the animal track doesn't go down a hill, well, don't go down the hill, because if the animals don't go down, that means you can't go down. If you follow the animals, possums, they get into trouble. But yeah, I can even just follow possums and get all through the place. Most of the places a possum can go, I can nearly go. Yeah, so, oh shit, that reminds me when I got no dog to talk to, right? So I've only got you guys to talk to, so I'm talking to you guys. That's it. I'm a bit bored. Anyway, this was serious, guys, serious. Yeah, this is probably, I told somebody the other night, and I haven't done it, and I'm telling everybody now. When I was hunting, I was, it was about 7 years ago or something, and it was a big log, you know, it was about 3-4 foot round, high, big old tower. It was all black, you know, and it was an old, big, rotten thing, and it was on a slant like this, and I had to get over it. There's a stag roaring up here, and it was just at the top of a ridge, big long ridge, and this thing's laying down, and I'm going around the side here because the wind's blowing that way, and he's roaring over here. So I'm going to try and get over this giant fucking log, and so it's probably about up here on me, right? So I had to jump up and just hug it, right? So slid my rifle over. It was probably about up here or something like that. Anyway, slid my rifle over, and this is the 30-30. Let it go, boom. Anyway, and it had one shot at getting up because it's slippery, you know. Got up and strapped on. You got it, and all of a sudden, I just went straight down. Bang, and I got T-boned right up my date, right up my ass, like on with a big fucking stick, like I don't know how big it fucking was, but it was, and it hurt like, I was stuck with this fucking stick up my ass, right on the, and it was seriously, I couldn't move. It was so fucking painful, and the only way I managed to get around was to get myself off so I could slide over, right? Because it was just poking up like that, you know. It was just it was and so I used my teeth. That's when I had fucking teeth before my falsies and my fingernails. And because it was just slippery, all I was wearing was my thermals, black thermal top, like, and my black thermal pants and shorts underneath. And I think it might have been my belt or something that stopped me from moving anyway, or something. And I think it was my teeth that I managed to get up and clench my ass enough to push sideways, and then I managed to slide myself straight off. It went straight up through the inside of my leg when I slid off. And anyway, I virtually tore if I guess I had gone to the hospital, I might have got a stitch or something, but right on my butthole, it made a new butthole in a way beside my butthole. Like, it was so fucking sore for 2 or 3 weeks. That's when I learned about washing your bum with water. Fuck, it was pain. I couldn't walk. 3-4 days later, I couldn't walk properly at all. That was so sore. And I got raped by the fucking forest. Fuck, like, seriously, it was really really bad. Like, I never ever thought that could ever. Oh God, it was terrible. But yeah, that's another true fucking horrible hunting story. And another one, a close call. We're doing the close call ones. Was me and Louie, me and the dog. And I decided, at this place, I decided to take a shortcut instead of going the normal way. And I thought if I take a shortcut through to the valley down the river, just as there might be a deer there, because I needed some venison. So I decided to go down, and if Louis can't go, I can't go in a way. That's how it sort of works. So anyway, get down this steep as hell. Fuck it, it was steep, rocky, just rocky, steep shit. And it's just jungle, and we got down so far, and then he couldn't get down to a certain height above me. He couldn't get any further, so managed to went up and tried to get him up, climbing. Really, really difficult hanging. So he got around. Anyway, I got back down, and I thought, I'll just have another look. And it was like another waterfall. There's a big old rock right on the edge of it, and I just couldn't quite see, so I thought I'd just jump on the rock. Just jumped on it. I could hear Louis now was coming around the corner, because where I walked, he's coming around that way, and he's found his way down through, and I could hear him. And then I got on top of this rock, and then as soon as I put my head over, bang, straight, the rock just went straight down, slid straight down. It was like, I balanced it. I didn't feel it move or anything. It just slid, went straight down. And I skateboarded it virtually, okay? Down this fucking thing. It was like this, right? No shit. I skateboarded, boom, boom, boom. And the rock would have been about, I don't know, like a big, what would you call it? It's like not a sleeping bag size. One of those armchair things, like a beanbag size, like a beanbag. That's sort of what it looked like, a big beanbaggy type thing, okay? And when I hit the bottom, because it crashed into all these other fucking rocks and pungas and shit, and I just hit this other tree with my arm, and my rifle's slung, okay? Hit this other tree with my arm, and it grabbed me, and it just, and I just sort of flipped me up on a, and boom, and that's how I managed to not go down any further. But it would have gone another. If I'd have gone down, if I hadn't have grabbed that branch, oh dear God, that would have been fucking sore. That would have been another 30 feet, 40 feet. So I'm just having dinner now. It's probably about 6 o'clock. It hasn't stopped raining. I just can't believe it. It's supposed to rain on Friday, and it's supposed to be clear. You know, there's some clouds. I've done something wrong. This is unbelievable. All day. So anyway, I'm having dinner. So it's 3 hard-boiled eggs and smoked fish. Yum. And salt. And a cup of coffee. With a cigarette there, which I've just about run out. So I'm supposed to be hunting all day. Walking miles. Trying to catch my 14-pointer. You'd be lucky if I can even catch a steak. Anyway, it's just sucks. So I'm really bored, shitless. I've done a lot of things and cut up heaps of firewood and reorganised stuff and getting rid of rubbish, just tidying everything up, sorting things out. And it's fucking beautiful, eh? I really, really love it here. I just wish I had my little dog or a dog. Someone, you know. So it's time. I guess I've got to go find something else in my life. Maybe. Don't know. Might go kill possums. Ah ha ha. Yeah, when I caught this, well, I didn't catch this big pig, but anyway, we had a big trap lines. Anyway, the pigs come in and just keep devouring our possums. Like, I lost $1,000 in a day of good skins. $1,000 fucking dollars in a day. The pigs were just going hard. So I'd caught 5 pigs, right? 5 pigs. Okay, 2 of them are about 180. Yeah, 2 really big pigs. The dogs caught them. And so we moved all the trap lines from this side. They're all miles and miles, and then I went miles over that side, which takes 2 or 3 days. And they virtually followed us. The next day, possums are just nailed in the traps. Fuck it. It was really, really, really pissed you off. So we flew out, me and Katia. So we flew out and got hold of a heap of pig hunters. They flew in. They nailed a couple of really big 170, 180s. Full of possum. They reckon that was it. They're in there for a few days. So we come back 2 weeks later. Went up. Set another trap line. This is right on the end of it all again. Set another light. And I was checking them the next day. Oh, no, it was, probably it was 6 weeks later. 7 weeks later, something like that. Anyway, Katia's gone, and I brought in another couple, a young French couple. And they came in, and they wanted to have a look in the tutu, so brought them in. And so the day before, I was sitting here in the hut telling the stories, and I was telling really lovely young lady, telling her about the dogs, how they're working dogs, and when they catch pigs, they get killed, and there's blood, and all sorts of horrible things, and they get cut and all sorts. So I was telling her what you have to do and how you got to be so careful, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, off I went, done my dog job, and I was getting right to the end of the trap line. And the dog's just, and it was on a very steep ridge, it's just over here, big, and it just drops off 800 metres, something like that, 400 metres, just drops off. And just nice straight ridge, and then, and I was just getting to the end, and it was real thick, brickly, probably about 30 feet wide, all sorts of bits of tea tree, and dogs were going hard, fucking. My bitch, one of the bitches, Katie Pie, she came back, and she was the fast, very good, very, very fast finder. She was very, very good dog, and she come back, she was cut to pieces. Big couple of gashes, like fuck, really badly wounded, and I just went, no way. And anyway, I could see this log. It was similar to that log over there, sort of similar to that log over there, and it was probably, see about this high, be about that high on me. It was better, be about that high, and I could see this pig, and there's another log laying down beside it. So there's another log. I couldn't go up there tomorrow. I could show you exactly. There's another big log laying down beside it, right? And there's a big pig here right in the middle. And Louis was running along the log. Okay, he was bailing up hard on the far end. Woo, woo. I know there's a big pig. He lets me know, and I knew it was a big pig. He was like right on the end, jumping on pungas and stuff. And my bitch, the other bitch, Kate, she was hard out, and she knew that she couldn't. So I sicked her onto him again, and I couldn't quite see the pig, right? I couldn't see it. It was a big high log. It was right up to my chest. And then I saw the head of it, his ears every now and then, right? That's how fucking tall this thing was. Like, it was right up here. Like, I've never ever seen a pig. The only pig I've seen that big, the closest thing I've ever seen would be in like a, what do they call it? It was a show, you know, a country show where they have all the pigs and sties and stuff. You know, country, blah, I forgot what the fuck it's called. Country calendar shit, or you know what I'm talking about. A fair. I've never seen anything so fucking big in my life. Like, it was huge. I didn't have a rifle. All I had was my hammer, and it didn't have tusks. Right now, it was a saddleback. He was white. He was black, and no, it wasn't black. He was big, the white all over. Oh, he had a big saddleback, white saddleback, and it was sort of like grey and black, right? His saddle, and his tusks were like bones, were like bigger than my fingers. They weren't sharp hooks like all the other pigs. Were beautiful, normal, gorgeous looking, hard pigs. This thing was all head and shoulders. His tail, his bottom, it was tiny, right? But it was just the most ginormous head. Like, it would have been, I'm guessing 400 pounds. Like, I'm not shitting. Easy. This thing was just ginormous. I've never seen anything so big. And his tusks, they weren't tusks, they were like bones. They were about that wide. They were about this long, just big bones sticking straight out. They were huge. But they were blunt. They weren't, it wasn't fucking normal at all. And I was just like, fuck, all I had was the hammer. And I thought, fuck, if I get Katie onto it, I might be able to get a foot, because underneath the log I could see his feet, and they're fucking massive. So I thought, right, I'll get his front feet. Anyway, if I could grab his fucking front foot, maybe, something could happen. So I was going in there, the wind's all in my favour. He doesn't know I'm there, I don't think. Well, I didn't think so. So I crept in there, and I went to grab his, just getting in, and he just jumped up onto the, and made this fucking noise. I just dove off the side. I lost my hammer. Okay, I just dove off the side of this fucking ridge. Just dove. I thought this thing was jumping out of these logs, but it didn't. It was insane. So I just, anyway, fucking got rolled, bowled, arsehole. Got the dogs with me, and I carried Katie Pie all the way back to here. Charged in through the door, just covered in blood. I had to carry on my shoulders. I was just completely drenched in blood. And this poor girl's face, she never seen anything like it in her life. I've got fire in my eyes, and covered in blood, and my poor dog. anyway, I stitched her up. She was all good. I ran back up with the rifle, and of course the pig's gone. It was the biggest thing I have ever seen. Now, I told the farmer about this. He lives quite a few k's away, right? And he said that, he goes, well, there was a couple of years ago, there was a heap of tourists, and they went doing a tramp, and they said a wild cow, a black and white wild cow, grey and white, black and white, cow chased them up a tree, right? It wasn't a black and white cow, it's this pig. And I've seen his footprints along 15, 20 k's away from here, okay? And his turds were like horse shit. Fucking horse shit. Incredible. And that's where I'm going tomorrow. Well, no, I'm not. I'll be getting close to it. But I've seen a young Boris here. He's a good 200 pounder. Well, yeah, I just saw his shits before. I guess that's around the 180, 200, that size poos, aren't they? But this was horse shit, like fucking double the size of that stuff. God, it was so big. So anyway, hopefully he's back again. But that's the biggest animal I've ever encountered. Like, I never thought anything like it. It was. I think somehow it was deformed. Like all its nourishment went into its head or its front, because there's no back legs. Like they're very, very low on the back legs, but the high top was up here. Like it was fucking huge. Like that's his head. You know, like I think in the head, it's hard to even try and. It's massive. Like it's unbelievable. I'm starting to feel like I'm distorting the story. You know, making it bigger than it really is. But I'm going forward 400 pounds, 500. You know, this thing was just never seen anything like it. It's so big. I've heard of stories back in the days where they had these 400 pound, 500 pound pigs walking about. This thing is very similar, but not with his back legs. You know, I mean the front of it. You know, so we'll see if he's out tomorrow. That was cool. Stuck out here now. I don't know, for a month or something, a couple of weeks, a month. I would befriend it like a mouse or a bird or something. Probably a mouse. No shit. I think you would. I think I would. I think I'd interact with the mouse. Talk to him. Hey mouse. No. You would. You or the birds. The bird come around, you'd yeah. Be quite cool. You don't have the dog, it's definitely miss the dog. But you'd start interacting with whatever. Moths, birds, bugs. You won't really be too alone. I like to try, see what happens. I might do that. Don't know, see what happens sometime. I'm quite capable of doing it, so I've got the time maybe. Get someone to look after the farm. And go out and see what happens. See if I go fucking nuts or silly or cry or I don't know. I don't feel, I've only been here one of my first years here. It was June, end of August, end of June. And I just done a big line of, done 3 days of pre-feeding, right? Now the old bloke, they reckon now you got to pre-feed the hell out of them. You know, fuck, I hate the idea of it, but so I've done 3 days of pre-feeding up this giant bloody mountain, miles. And anyway, the day laid the poison down. Next day, dog jumps into my fucking sleeping bag, Louis, and he never ever jumps in my sleeping bag or sleeps next to me. Never does. He just sleeps on his own. And he I woke up in the morning, opened up the door, and boom, it was all white. Just white. Everything it was snow everywhere. Just white. Never have I been snowed before. It was completely snowed everywhere. All the huts got snow. Everywhere. It was incredible. So, off I went. And only got 25 possums. 20 fucking 5 possums. It was 28, something like that. Everything was covered in snow. The dogs were having a ball. I've never seen it before. They didn't know what was going on. But it was, yeah, a lot of the possums were under the snow. I mean, baits, it was just a complete waste of fucking time, that was. 3 days. Christ, if I'd have set just 10 traps, I would have doubled it, you know. But that was just a write-off. But to wake up to be pure snow, man, it was cold. It was cool. Like, it was freaky. You know, it was absolutely fine the day before. Next minute, there's all snow. But yeah, imagine being up really high. Yeah, so that was one of those one-off things. I mean, the whole country got it all over the place. They got snow all down, all over the show. Yeah, it's crazy. Cool memories, though. That's all I got at the moment. Haven't been able to shoot any fucking deer. Yarr. Oh, isn't that lovely? Ah. Oh. That's beautiful. Look at that, eh? You know, really, when you think about it, if you got hair, you can have a haircut. Open up my nose, get rid of all the nose hairs before I go and meet some ladies. Just hang out in the fire for a while. Yeah, cool bananas. Ah, lights it all up, lovely. Magic. Big hike up. I'm gonna go right up high. Then I'm gonna take a fair few ridges all the way back down, and I'll stay at the other hut again. And so Friday morning it's supposed to be pissing down, so can't be any worse, but I guess it can get worse. So I'll see what happens Friday, and the idea is to get back out to the car Friday morning, and if it's still looking okay, I'll hunt Friday day. So I'll drive home Saturday morning. That's the plan. If it's pissing down Friday, I drive home Friday night. I'll walk out Friday and hunt. I've got to try and get some meat. So I'll do that down like that. I think that's the plan. Oh God, I've got to get up smoking, I think. Fuck, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Hey, now if anybody thinks that fires are going to scare deer away, it doesn't. It doesn't do a fucking thing. Okay? Excuse the language. It doesn't do a thing. I've seen it so many times, tried it, all of it, and it's quite something. At another hut called Tawa Hut, I had a big fire, big clean up. There's lots of rubbish there and heaps of plastic and shit and crap. Big bonfire, 3 times the size of this. Smoke everywhere. The next morning, there were 3 deer around the hut. Okay, the next morning. To understand, I think it's exactly the same as you is the same as the smoke. The smoke's going to go further than all the rest of it, right? For sure. But it's the same as your own smell goes with exactly the same as smoke. Okay, so there's no difference. If you think fire's going to scare them, unless you're right here, I mean, probably one of the most amazing situations I got was right up here. Probably one of the freakiest times I've had in the bush or anything really. Doing the trap line, and as I was going up, every now and then I could feel something behind me move. I could see, so I quickly look around, and there's nothing there. You think there's a fantail or a deer, so I carried on and turned around, and I thought I saw it, and I looked and it was a dead punga. But it looked like it had ears like a cat, you know. And I look again, and the fantail moves, and straight away I thought about these things in Australia that were called black boys. They looked like baby pungas, you know, burnt pungas. And there was a thing about them with the Aborigine people, and that was exactly what I thought about when I saw them. I thought, it's like they were moving. I couldn't figure it out, so I carried on, and I got 3 dogs with me, Louie and the other 2 dogs, and I'm carrying on. Now this is the second day up this, and I've just set traps up this ridge, the second time up, or the third time, and it's all spindly, and I've already made a track sort of thing, and had to go up, and I had one that went right under my ribs, and straight in. I was like, fuck. It was round, about as round as my finger, just like a perfect spear. And then I carried on 3 or 4 more steps, and then another one, right under my, I couldn't believe it. Like, you don't trip into these things. They're very, very dangerous. Like, if I had an angle, if I had a slip, it would have gone straight in, straight through. Like, it was really wicked. I couldn't believe it. And then I carried on up a bit further. Let's go along. And just before that, no, and then I got another stick, and I carried on. And then I got another stick. Right, this one went in further. It was like a matchstick, whole matchstick. I've never felt, and it was in the top of my eye this time. And this was only within 5 meters of the last one. Then the dogs got onto this pig, and my eye is just, it's so sore. I can't believe what's just happened. 2 sticks in a row into my eye, like within 5 meters. And these other 2 sticks, it was 3 sticks into my ribs. I think it was 3 sticks in my ribs. 2 of them right underneath my chest. Fuck, it was incredible. So then, I got onto this pig in my eye, and I get to this pig, and it's a bit of a mouldy old midden type area, dugout type area. You know, she's been dug out. It's man-made sort of stuff. And anyway, I got this pig. It was only a small little pig. Killed this pig and got the dogs off. And then I noticed that after all that, there was these bones, and they were thigh bones, human thigh bones. And yeah, they were human bones. And really, really old, green old moss on them and stuff. And up this ridge, there was also these vines grow around clockwise around trees. These ones will grow in the opposite way. And 3, like a tree, then grew around. And then I was talking to a bloke, probably 2, 3, 4 years later, and he said it could have been very much so where Tikuru, he was a Maori tribe leader from over east coast, and he used to go over through the national park to Taupo type thing. He said it's probably one of his tracks or places, because it was a big, long, giant ridge. Yeah, it was. That was really, really freaky. Really freaky. That was the most unbelievable experience I've ever had when it comes to spooky things. Had a few, but that was, especially at the bush, that was something. Sometimes you feel places, you can feel it. You go into places, you feel an eerie feeling. You know there's something wrong there, so you just say to them, just in your quietness and peaceful, I'm just coming through, no harm, I'm not going to do anything. It's all good, threat or you're aggressive, things can go wrong. It's absolutely amazing. Day, we flew into it's in Taupo, not the Ripia hut, the Oamaru hut. Anyway, we flew in, and it was a big storm. We got stuck in there, huge storm, flattened all the pine trees. We were stuck for 5 days in this hut. And on the last day, we walked out. We walked to a place called Baldy Mountain or something. And I had my 22. David Miller had his 22, his father's 22. My father and Ian Miller, they were both together walking with us, and obviously it was time to go back, and they stopped to have a cigarette, and my father gave me his 308. And off we went. We walked up around the corner, up this big gully, and 2 deer popped out. There's a hind and its fawn. So I shot the hind, aimed for the neck, boom, and then reloaded. And my arms on the 308 only went halfway up the stock, right, virtually exactly on the magazine. That's where I was holding it, on the magazine. Okay, that's how big it was. And then the next one, and the fawn was standing there, so I shot that one in the neck as well, boom. And by then, and then we ran over, and the old man and Ian come running over with their cigarettes going, what the fuck is going on, and blah, blah, blah. So we ran over, and they couldn't believe it, shot us 2. And we couldn't find the magazine. I'd lost it because I'd pulled it out on the second shot somehow, loosened it off. So I carried my smallest one all the way back. Yeah, it was a long, long way. Carried it all the way back. It was my 12th birthday. Yeah, it was cool. Got my first sika stag. How old was I then? I was 13 when I got my first sika stag, my 13th birthday, following year. And I went out on my own again. We flew into the Otapu, and I went miles, way further than this other joker. Almost got a record at the same time. His best head yet. I heard all the shots. God, what's his name? Selwyn. Selwyn. He got this humongous head, biggest one he's ever got, and I think I'm sure it was a record. Anyway, I heard all 5 shots, and I shot mine at probably 9:30 in the morning. And what I was smoking cigarettes, right? And I was going up this valley, and I was smoking a cigarette, and I was going up, and I could hear someone behind me. So I thought it was the old man going, shit, the old man's following me. So I quickly buried my cigarette and thought, fuck. So I stood there and I sat on a little ridge overlooking this this creek that was coming up, and it split into 2. And I thought, oh, he's behind me, following me up. So I sat on this ridge eating my nuts and raisins, and then the stag just jumped out right in front of me. Couldn't believe it, 20, 30 feet from me. Put his head in there, he was sniffing around and started walking up the bank, so I plugged him in the neck. Boom! I was so happy. That was about 10 o'clock in the morning. I got back just on dark. Took me that long to cut it up with my blunt knife and to carry it out in 2 pieces. My God, it was so far. It was a very, very long way. It was a big animal for a little fella. But anyway, I done it. I got it, succeeded. And I got another one that trip as well. So, yeah, that was sika with my first animals. Hard. It was good. Really enjoyed it. Great way to learn on the sika. Very clever, clever, clever animals. Cunning buggers. But yeah. Yeah, shot my first goats at 9 years old. Got 2 of them. My father gave me a Browning 22 lever action for my 9th birthday. And I was 10. Yeah, I was 9 years old, just about 10, and I shot them with my uncle, Uncle John Pennington, out at Whananaki. Yeah, 2 goats. I got a picture of them. Yeah, so that was cool. That was my first big animals, the 22. And yeah, cool. Caught my first goat by hand. We were 11 years old when we caught them. 11? Yeah, we were 11. Caught them by catching goats by hand at 11 years old. Super cool. Morning, yawning. Well, I was in bed by 10:30 last night, and I was up at 3 or 4, full of energy. So on my way back down, I left just on dark, so I'm on my way back out. So I'm going to try and hunt for some meat closer to the car. Nothing's roaring, and I've just decided to go look up here for some, see if I can find some meat. It's the furthest hunt I can do from my car to carry meat back, and I know there's animals close to my car type thing. So I could spend the day tomorrow, but if it pisses down tomorrow, you know, I might not get a chance. So I'm going to go up and have a look. It's a nice little gully. I'll spend half an hour up there and see if we can find some backstacks, hind or something. And then she's all downhill from here. Anyway, very, very quiet. Boom. Woo-hoo! Da-na-na-na-na! One down! Yeah! This is the part I'm really missing, is my little dog. He'll be running over there trying to get it, be ripping it. Arr! Anyway. Miss my Louie! Little stag. Oh! Mazen! He's alive! Woo! So I've just carved him up. Here's my big head. Hey, how's that for a big one? Poor little bugger. Anyway, Now when you see the size of these animals for a red stag, mate, this thing's smaller than a goddamn... This is so small. It's nearly smaller than a sika for sure. And it's something I've noticed. Quite a few deer I've been shooting in the last few years, deep in the bushes, they're getting smaller. They're not getting big. There's too many of them. It's like possums. The more possums we get in the bush, the smaller they get. Simple fact, there's not enough food for them, so they're getting smaller. So we've got to cull a lot of these things out. So you guys just shoot everything you can find, because there's no food. I mean, look at the genetics on them. My God, it's just it's tiny. Like, it's the size of a fucking goat. It's a red deer, the first red. I shouldn't be able to kick. 2 back legs should weigh me up, that's it. I'll be able to put 4 more of these in my pack. So anyway, I've only taken the good meat. I'll take the rest of that later. Yeah, great stuff. Let's go, find some more. Boom. Hello, darlings. Come on. Darling, come on. Come on, Peruti. Peruti. Come on, darling. Peruti. Come on. Come on, darling, got the camera. No? Okay. He just about landed on me just before. Then I pulled the camera out and he went away. He just about landed on me while I was adjusting my backpack. Anyway, she's really quiet. I've been on the hoof for about an hour now, really putting it in, putting her. So I've got another 5, fuck, a long way to go. But actually, I've been doing good timing, so I'm doing all right. So I'll just keep the pace up. Go for gold, yeah. Number 2, guys. 3 fucking shots. First shot was low. And I just ran out 3 bullets. You fucking what? There you are. There's another one on the other side. Yeah, Marzan does it again. There's another fucking stag on the other side who didn't whistle at him. There we are. Little 6, bit better size animal. Yeah, on the board. Happy days. There's another one on the other side. I heard him run off. Or it might have been a hind. Yeah. It's 2. I've got to beat 4 for the day. There we go. Big boy. Yeah. Take a little head out. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Happy days. Oh, the old long shot. You know, I don't know why it didn't drop on the first one. It was a nice shoulder shot, but once again, I looked through my scopes. All I got is a fucking blur. You know, perfectly clean this morning. I've been very, very careful with them. And I don't know if you can see through them. We'll have a look. You see? Have a look. Anyway, fucking blurry as shit. You can stick these scopes up your ass, mate. That's it. I'm over them. Only for the long shots, so, you know. But that pathetic. Yeah. I think I just heard another moo up behind me where I'm going. Yeah. Just watching them come down from the trees. So cool. Little caterpillar. Come down from up there. Neat. I am absolutely bushed. I really put it in. I'm at the bike. So I really put some yards in. Those other 2 deer, I thought about going back this afternoon maybe, but I'm absolutely bushed. And I know they're on the raw up there now, so in that valley they're on the raw, so I could go up there and get them. I've got 2 today so far. I need 3 more to beat my total. And I don't really feel like going up over miles and stuff. It's like it's time to wind down and find camp. We'll just go home. Because I might come back down in a couple of days. We'll just see, because I've got a few days. I've got to be home by tomorrow night to move my cows. And the reality is the weather forecast is what it was going to be, and the way it's looking, there's going to be more fucking rain tomorrow. So we didn't have that rain yesterday, you know. I might have had a really good day today or whatever. The sandflies are out hard, so that means we've got more rain coming. So anyway, I'm going to carry on and I'll go for a look up in the hills up here and see what happens. I'm getting eaten alive. Fucking millions of little cunts. So we'll see what happens, eh? Boom. Oh, that was a hell of a mission. So, yeah, so it was just ahead of me. And I was just on a ridge. So I figured he either smelt me or he's just gone off the call and he's moved. And which he did. He'd gone up the ridge and onto the ridge. He was probably 3/4 off the ridge. And then, so I started saddling it to go back home and have a few calls, and then boom, he gave us a little call. So the mistake was I switched back to try and get underneath him. I should have stayed in front of him. He smelt me. Boom. That was it. So my legs feel like punga logs. They're tied in knots now. So that's the end of my big hikes. I think I'm going to go home now. My legs need a rest. They're really sore. I need to refuel them. So anyway, back down in a couple of days, I think. Boom, see what happens. $12, I turned 55 and I'm so happy. So I'm in the Kaimanawas right now, up Clements Road. I've decided to go for a sika, have a look, and these hills, the Kaimanawas, I call them roly-poly hills, old man's country. This country is very, very easy for me to get around. It really is just like Northland Hills, just roly-polies, you know. In the Uruwetas, Waiwakas, that's real steep country. That's the country that I've done a lot of hunting in, and it's hard country. It teaches you so much about learning the terrain. That's probably one of the biggest things, you know, not the GPS, but just being out there. You actually learn the terrain more with the steep, hard country than you do with this roly-poly shit. This is so easy. You just walk anywhere with a blindfold. It's up and down little gullies, but that steep stuff, 1,000 meters, 1,200, that sort of stuff, you learn a lot. And I found most of the hunters that hit these places just go to the tops, hit the ridges, go to the tops, and they miss all the animals. All the animals are on the side. So you're just like going round and round the mountain up it. Side saddle. You go around sideways, okay? The animals aren't going up and down. They're all in the sideways. They're not standing on 45-degree angles, hanging out. That's where they are, and there's lots of them. People just walk past because it looks too steep. But if you follow the animals, they'll take you there. And then you get into the so I'm here in the old man country, but I haven't chased a sika for since I was 27 or something like that, 26, 25. The last one I shot. Might have been even younger. It was here on Clements Road. No, it wasn't. It was deer hunting. No, it was Taranaki, down the Taranaki. But that's, or possum hunting. So, yeah, it's quiet. It's noisier now with birds after an hour after daylight. This morning there was no chorus. But it's beautiful. I'm in no hurry. About to go shortly. Just finish off my coffee, my ciggy. Boom. It's lovely stalking. It's the only place I've found fresh sign. It's actually up the top, up high, and there's no wind, little breezes every now and then. So for me to find out which way the wind's blowing, and just turn and you'll feel it, okay? You'll feel the wind. No need for lighters or smoke. Just live on your face, turn around, you'll feel it. Boom. On the board, little Bambi. Food. I just heard one roar before, and I'm on my way to it, and this little fella just popped up in front of me. So, took him out. Dinner. Now for the stag. Yay. Yum, yum, yum. Just spoke 2 in the last 10 minutes. So quiet. Yeah, that's where it was. So that's 2 stags. And the last 10-15 minutes, well, I think the other one was a stag. Just saw the ass. It's a big animal. So and this one I just heard it. I didn't just heard the footprints. Bugger. So quiet. It's beautiful. So I'm sitting on the last guy I just heard. Well, he just roared, was just here. And I was on the way over. I had 2 popped up probably about 30 feet from me and took off to the left. I couldn't get a shot in. Yes, that's 1, 2. There's 6 animals. 6 animals. I've spooked. I've seen 3. The bum and those 2 that took off now. And boy, they're fast. But anyway, there's a lot of animals in here. I'm impressed. It's fucking hard to get, man. Wow. They are. They're not roaring back at me. I guess my roaring's not good enough or something, but I'm not getting any answers back. So I'll just keep stalking. Keep on going. See you, buddy. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Come on then. Gotcha. Got him. Hey. What a funny, cool little head. Wow. That's cool. What a beautiful looking animal. God, I love this animal. He is gorgeous. This is the same size as that red stag. If not, this is bigger than that red stag that I shot the other day. So I'm pleased. I got my sika stag. Fucking happy. On my birthday, 55th birthday, I'm fucking stoked. Like, seriously. I've had the best parties. I've had the best hunting trip. And now I got me a sika stag. And he wasn't on the raw, you know, so fuck yes. Boom, boom, fucking boom. I am, yeah. Ooh. Marzan is alive. Yeah. Fucking love it. Wow. Anyway, guys, all the luck to you all out there, eh? Fucking bless you all, mate. Boom. It's got gluten, no? Yeah, I want gluten. Gluten. Yeah, some gluten. It's good for you. Humans make it. Hmm? Huh? You don't touch humans either. Wow. Amazing. My little pet friend Birdie, he doesn't trust humans either. Motherfuckers. I'm so happy. So I'm going to carry that out. I've chopped up all the meat. It's all in here. This is all the front legs, back steaks. I'm making a pouch. I fucked up. I forgot to. I shouldn't have chopped his balls out. Normally I just throw all the meat inside the pouch. So you just sleeve skin it. And then you can just make a backpack out of it and put all the meat inside it. Wow. Still landing early. Brilliant. Yeah, there's a lot of sign coming down in here. I was in here yesterday. Now check this out. So you hear before there's a guy on. Anyway, I'm chasing a stag, thinking I'm chasing a stag, and it's a bloke. Boom. You see that just before. I thought, oh shit. So I carried on doing my thing, and I bumped into all up 7 animals during the day. I saw 3, hind, a stag, and in a bottom of one, and I shot that young one. That's 4. And I disturbed 7. So I saw 4, shot 2, 1, shot 1. If I had my 30-30, I would have got the other stag on the go who had the hind with it. Easy, I would have nailed him if I had my 30-30. And yeah, so it's quite a few animals. So then I decided last night, I thought, oh, like normal, go somewhere else. And I thought, hang on, that other hunter, I guarantee it, he won't go back to the same place again. He'll go somewhere else. And as the caller, he's using one of those electric callers. I heard him this morning, exact same roar, on the other side where I was going to go. And I decided to come back to the same place again. Doesn't make any difference. And I know there's a lot of animals hanging around here. A lot of sign. So anyways, I was coming down. There's a bit of fresh sign. I knew there's going to be a couple of stags in here. There's a good basin. There's about 3 or 4 stags in here. And I just come down and just turned my head sideways, and he just popped his head up and he was looking at me. I didn't have time to turn the camera on. It was either turn the camera on and he was going to bolt, or take the safety off and pull the trigger. So she just take the safety off and pull the trigger. God, they're fast, eh? You know. And I don't know if I had just carried on walking. I'm wondering if he would have just stood still. And I presume he might have. He might have just stood still. He wouldn't have smelt me just yet, but he's definitely looking at me. And if I'd have carried on walking, I reckon he wouldn't have moved at all. I reckon they're that fucking clever. Like, seriously, he was. It's only when he knows you made contact. But I think they just stand there and just look at you as you walk past. They don't say boo. And I've seen them when they don't make them boo, nothing. But anyway, boom, we've got to pack this bubby up, and away we go. I could now just carry on and shoot more. I think quite easily today. I could go shoot 3 or 4 or 5 more. Well, if I saw them, but I got to get home. And I've done my deed. I'm going to carry this back. I'm really happy. So, got some meat for my mates. Super proud of my 1-pointer. The old 303. Super happy.